In this video, we're going to talk about the 10 mistakes we made when we booked our first Virgin Voyages cruise that we won't make next time. And we don't want you to make these mistakes either.
Yeah, definitely don't make them. Let's get into number one, and that is do not miss your booking window. So get this. Now, when the time comes open, you're going to get an alert. It's going to be an email and also an alert on the app, the Virgin app, that it's time to book your excursions, book your restaurants, and anything else that you want going on at the Virgin Voyages when you hop on board. And I will tell you, everybody gets this alert. So you got to hop on it and make sure that you are on it to book these restaurants ASAP. We can't tell you how many times that we walked on and we heard people saying, how did you get in this restaurant? We couldn't get in this restaurant. Or you walking into a restaurant and you hear that, because everybody gets the alert and all of a sudden everything gets packed, filled up extremely fast. And one key thing for us, Brizette did find on TikTok, I believe you were watching the Splash of Romance, which allowed us to do something extra and actually special when we got on board. And what was that?
Okay, so we got the Splash of Romance. When we did book our stuff, we got everything at like 9 o'clock. So all our reservations were 9 o'clock. And we didn't get Extroversion, and we didn't get, what was the other one? The Wake. Really wanted these, and it stressed us out the whole time leading up into the whole time. We didn't know when we booked the Splash of Romance, we did get on early. By doing that, we were able to go to reservations and we were able to sit down, and the maitre d' was able to change all of our times and get us into every restaurant we wanted to. So that was a great thing. So if you can't get your restaurants and reservations that you want, don't worry. Just as soon as you get on the ship, go over to reservations and kind of change things around. But it kind of sucks, I'm going to say, leading up to the cruise, because it's like, oh, I didn't get this, I didn't get that. But don't worry.
Yeah.
All right, number 2, make sure you book brunch every single day.
Every day.
I cannot stress that enough. Oh my goodness. We didn't even know that we could book brunch. Like, it wasn't even on our radar. It was that when we sat down to switch our reservations, he was like, wait, you don't have brunch booked. And we were like, oh, say less. So what he did was he told us, he booked us for the Wake one day and Razzle Dazzle twice. Now for our next cruise, what we will do is we will book brunch every single day. And what we'll do is we'll book the Wake like 5 times and maybe Razzle Dazzle twice. But even if you don't go to brunch, you would still have it booked. So you can go to the galley anytime. Like, the galley is always open. So you can always go up there after brunch or even before brunch to try things out. But brunch is just special because everyone wants to go to the Wake for brunch, and that clam chowder is amazing. So you don't want to miss it. And especially when you're getting off the ship, the debarkation day, make sure you book brunch. Don't get off until 10:30 and enjoy your last day.
Yes. Number 3, and is what? Stop overthinking what to wear.
Okay, so now this was me big time. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, every single day I was watching videos and I'm trying to see what people are wearing. I'm like zooming on the screen looking at what everybody's wearing.
Oh my goodness.
The dress code, because I was so stressed out. We're not like these over the top fancy people. And I was like, wait, we're going on Virgin Cruises. Everybody's gonna be dressed to the 9. We have to have outfits for every day. We have to have this, and that. And it was totally the opposite. We got on and people were in the daytime dressed like in gym clothes. They were dressed in yoga pants. They were dressed in swimsuits with cover-ups. It was so laid back. We're looking around like, wait.
Like, are you kidding me right now?
Seriously, half the stuff in our suitcase we didn't even wear for that reason. Then at nighttime, it was really laid back. Everybody was like dressed in like sundresses for dinner, or jeans and a shirt. And the nice thing about it is not like other cruises where you kind of go to the main dining room and you're sitting with the same people all the time, like around you. So they're constantly looking at what you're wearing. Here, you could probably get away with wearing the same outfit 2 or 3 times because you're going to different restaurants every night and no one's paying attention to what you're wearing, unless you're with a group of friends.
Yeah, I actually wore the same jeans a couple of times.
Yeah, I did too. We were like, some nights we were like, do you want to get dressed up?
Like, nope.
Nope. But it was just that type of feel to the cruise. So don't feel like you have to go above and beyond. You probably be okay with what you have in your closet. And then for pajama night and for Scarlet night, listen, if I could say it enough, like you explain it, like people were so laid back.
Yeah, it was totally laid back. It was people just wearing pajamas. They were wearing matching shirts. It was a couple of couples that actually had matching shirts. Like, I'm with her, I'm with him kind of things. So
Onesies.
It was, onesies. It was just it was a time just to have fun.
And it was
also
a mixture of stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't just like you're gonna see some risque stuff. No, I mean, you had some of that, but for the most part, everybody that was walking around, they were born just like pajama sets. Like, and I'm not talking about skimpy pajama sets. I'm not talking about short pajama sets. I'm just talking about, look, some flannel pajamas, some shirts, and it was laid back, very laid back.
Very laid back. So just when you be mindful, like people, you don't have to get red pajamas either. Like we didn't even see a lot of that. We saw like a lot of pinks, a lot of just colors, everything. It was all over the place.
Yeah.
Now for Red Scarlet Night as well, I want to say the same thing. People are dressed in khakis, like khakis and red shirts. They look like they work at Target. Then you have red and black. You have all red. You have red t-shirts. Some people didn't even wear red. So don't stress about that. If you can't find something, just find a red shirt and keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Do not stress.
Do not stress.
There's no need to stress about that.
Right. Number 4 is you could actually bring your own 2 bottles of champagne. Now, if you're not a heavy drinker, like we're not, champagne or wine, you can actually bring that on. Now, I would say the only downside to this is that you do have to carry it in your carry-on luggage until you get on the boat. But if you are not a person who needs to go to the bar or needs a drink or needs consistent drinks, to be honest, if you're on a cruise, that would be something really easy that you could actually just keep into your room. And you could actually just grab a cup and you just have that instead of having to go to the bar and spend a ton of cash because you need something to drink. So I would say that is definitely one of the things that I recommend as when you're getting on that boat. Just make sure that you bring something that you like drinking at home.
I will say, just be mindful if you are bringing it to the dining hall, like dinner, you do have a cork fee. So just keep that in the back of your mind. You know, you might want to just pour it and then take it with you. That's fine, because people were bringing drinks in from other restaurants or from other areas and bringing them to their table. So they don't care about that.
Yeah, they don't care about that. Now, the official
Number 5, bring your own reusable bottle.
Yes, and this is huge. Every time we travel with family, or again, that we were able to travel by ourselves, we always bring our wallet or just a reusable water bottle. Why? And this is the thing that I love about Virgin. You have the option, your distilled or your sparkling water.
In your room.
In your room. So we just fill it up every single day. And it makes a world of difference, especially if you're just out and about on the ship. Yes, you can get water from anywhere on the ship, but it's always good just to have your own. If you want to sit down, you already have it. But the biggest thing is if you're going to any excursions or getting off the boat, you definitely want to bring your own water, especially if you're going to different excursions, different islands and such like that. You just want to make sure you have your own, because buying a bottle of water at the store, you're going to get beat in the head for it. I'm sorry. This could be pretty pricey.
Yeah,
so
like $5 for a bottle of water. Oh my God. Carter forgot his one time. We were like,
what is this?
$5? Yeah.
So it just made it worthwhile, especially for me, having sparkling water in my water bottle, because, you know, I love sparkling water.
Yes.
Just saying.
All right. Number 6, the biggest mistake I think we made the whole cruise
By
was
far.
that. And the one that we regret is rushing off at Bimini.
Yeah.
Now, we were in the sauna the day before, and one of the couples were in there, and they were telling us that, you know, there's these beds on Bimini, but you have to get there early. Like, as soon as you get, like, you want to get off the boat as soon as it docks, like, and it's like time to get off, you get off. Because if not, you're not going to get a bed. And it just sounded so much fun. Like, I want a bed. I want to relax on the beach. So we got up at like 6 in the morning. Yeah. We rushed to the galley. We ate breakfast. We didn't have reservations, and then we're in line with people, and everybody's kind of aggravated because they're trying to get off, and then people are coming to stand in front of everybody, and it was a headache.
It was a big headache.
So we get off and we rush to Bimini, and it just killed the mood, you know, because I'm like, hey, run, let's go. You know, we got to get a bed. And we get there, there's like tons of beds.
An enormous amount of beds.
Tons of chairs.
Okay.
There was no need to rush.
No.
And then the funny part about it is we didn't even get a bed.
No.
We decided that we came to the beach to be on the beach, and the beds were so far back from the beach. It's like you're in the middle, but it's so far back.
Yeah.
So we got chairs right at the front. However, because we wanted like front row, we didn't want anything blocking our view of this beautiful ocean. Then the 2:00 crew came.
Yeah, and they were like, we want to go in front of you guys.
Yeah.
And again, they just pull up the chairs because there's chairs everywhere.
Yeah, so they pulled chairs, and everybody started pulling chairs in front of everybody. Yeah. And that was annoying. But so I will say, don't rush up at Bimini. You have all day. That's the nice thing about Virgin. You don't get back on the ship until like 6:30.
Yeah, it was summer.
So you have all day there. So you can really enjoy your morning, enjoy a nice breakfast, then get off, because once you're off, you don't want to have to go back to the cruise ship, because it is kind of
far.
It's far. It's not like like where we're in Royal, you could just like kind of walk. No, you got to take a trolley, then it makes stops, and then you got to get to the ship. So it's like once you're off, you're off.
Yeah.
So I will say that. But at Bimini, make sure you plan your day accordingly as well. For us, the next time, I think we're going to rent a golf cart and we're going to go to another island or another beach and then explore the island and then kind of get some, local food and things like that.
Or just really, just to be honest, just to explore it. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some unbeaten path on that island that you could just take some really breathtaking photos because, again, you're just not right where everybody else is coming off the beach or you're at the private club. It's something to see.
Yeah, and Bimini might be a good day for you to go back on the ship and enjoy the ship while no one's there and then take advantage of the discount prices that they usually do have, spas, things like that. Yeah. So Bimini, because it is such a long day, might be a good day to take advantage of that. All right, number 7.
It is what?
Book
the right time of the year. And again, so our cruise, if you guys don't know, was in December of 2025. We literally just came off the boat. It feels like it, but we really didn't. So I would say when we went to Miami, because that's where our boat left from, Miami was nice and warm. I think it was like 85, maybe 86 degrees out there. But once the boat started sailing and we hit open water and we were headed to the Bahamas or headed to that area, it got cold. Yes, it was cold. And not only cold, it was very windy. So I would say, hopefully we can insert some video here. In the back of the boat at Opa, things were flying everywhere. Just luckily they were bolted down. But I'm telling you, people were just having scarves around them. They had blankets. They had towels around them from inside the room. It was very cold. And the other thing is that I would say, once we hit Bimini and also when we hit Turks and Caicos, Grand Turk, the water was very cold. So it was extremely uncomfortable to actually go in there and actually swim. Now, there was some times where the sun came out and it was hot on sand, but once you hit that water, you're like, oh, this is something else. It was cold. It was cold. So many a times, Brizette and I, we stopped and took a selfie and the water hit our feet. We were like, listen, let's go sit back down. Yeah, let's sit down.
So cold. You can enjoy it.
Yeah, but I would say there were some kids, and when we hit Grand Turk, and it was a carnival ship that pulled up, they were in the water. But us, we were on the chairs. I'm sorry.
And we've cruised in April and we've had great weather. So again, just pick the right time of the year.
Yeah.
And that was just on us. So,
yeah.
But
hey,
all right.
We got a deal. The next thing I would say, number 8 is to bring it is number 8. You see? Haha. So bring your own snacks. And again, we're just looking at our list because we want to make sure that we're giving you guys the 10 best tips. Okay. Bring your own snacks. Now, I'm a Cheez-Its guy. I love Cheez-Its. Now, I would say that there were plenty of snacks on the ship. There was. But sometimes you just need, you just have a hankering for just something that you want. Now, I would say as well, we had a hard time finding really good desserts, like chocolatey, gooey, like those kind of desserts. Now, the one thing that helped us out was the 10 p.m. cookies. That did help us out. But anything else, like as far as like chocolate cake, if you're familiar with any other cruises, you may have the chocolate molten cake. There was nothing like that. There were things, but they just didn't hit it. So I would say bring you some of your favorite snacks, some Cheez-Its, some chips, some things like
something
that.
Like Social Club is gonna be your saving grace, I think, because they have the peanut brittle, they have popcorn, they have the pretzels. So that saved us at night. We were like, okay, well, let's go get some peanut brittle. They have cake pops and stuff like that.
Wait, she was like, oh, let's go get.
That was me.
I was like, I guess we'll get some cake pops.
Peanut brittle, because we could. Seriously, we couldn't
find
dessert. So every night I was like looking for the peanut brittle. That was it, And on that note, I will tell you as well, bring your favorite card games.
Yeah.
They do have them on the ship, but for us, we wanted to play Phase 10. And once we finally got the cards, they were so like old and warped and torn up. So it was like, So I would say if you have some games that you want to play, bring them.
Yeah, definitely bring them. And it could be they were playing outside. You were at sea, maybe.
I don't know. All right, number 9. I will tell you, I wish we would have done this, was book Pink Agave for the salsa night. Yeah. The night they're going to have a salsa party, you want to be there.
I did.
We heard about it too late, so we didn't get it. And when we did know, they said you could come back at like 7 o'clock. And if you could get in at 7, then you can, come to the party, basically. We got there at like 6:50 and they were like,
Yeah,
nope.
no.
They were like, no, we're not taking any more, no more walk-ins. And people were dancing, they were having a good time, they were eating. It was just a fun time. So if you can, look in the app, find out when they're going to have that, and, you know, go to reservations and try to book your, you know, change your reservations for that time.
Yeah, I really do wish that when we came down to the Maitre d' when we went down there, they would have said something, but maybe it was on their radar either. But I will tell you, once we heard the DJ, we saw the DJ.
And they had a band and everything.
I was like, what is
it was a
happening in
party
there?
in there.
We were like looking out from the outside, like,
Yeah, everyone was dancing. It looked like fun.
yeah.
All right, number 10,
10,
the biggest one.
The biggest one, and that is FOMO, fear of missing out. Now, I would tell you that, yes, we were talking about the Scarlet Night and also Pajama Night, but trust me, if you do not feel that you want to partake or just be in those events, you don't have to. Like, literally, we just checked out the Pajama Night. Like, we walked past and we were like, we're okay.
It wasn't. We're not clubbers. Like, you know, we that wasn't our intention on this cruise. We kind of, before we went on the cruise, we talked about, do you want to go to pajama party? You know, things like that. Yeah. And we both were like, not really, you know. And when we got on the cruise, we kind of felt like, well, if we don't go, we're going to miss out. Oh, man, you know, we're going to miss this big party. So we went by just to see like what people were wearing so we can tell you guys, but we didn't go.
Yeah.
And I promise you, we don't feel like we missed out on anything, because it wasn't like the next day people were like, did you go to that pajama party? Did you see what, you know, it was none of that. Like it was everybody, it was crickets, you know, everybody was just laid back, and you're not really around those people to hear what was going on. So don't feel like you're going to miss that again with Scarlet Night. We didn't go.
No.
We got dressed up. We wore our red because everybody's wearing red to dinner. They're walking around the cruise ship in red, but we're not clubbers, so we didn't feel the need to go to the club. And guess what? We still had an amazing time. So we say all that to say, make this cruise what you want it to be. You don't have to go to the club things, and you don't have to feel like, if I don't go to those things, then I'm really not going to enjoy the cruise. Yeah. Because you will. Like, it's all about what you make this cruise. So.
Yeah, definitely make it your cruise. So hopefully this was helpful. I mean, this was 10 tips, like 10. We have more.
Yeah, we have a lot more.
Oh, man.
But, like, bring a washcloth. They don't have washcloths. They have washcloths, but they say, like, makeup face, something like that. So weird. So it's really weird. But we travel with our own washcloths. But if you're a person who doesn't, you know, you use washcloths, bring some.
Yeah, make sure you bring them.
That was weird.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway.
Send this to somebody that you know that's considering a Virgin Voyages cruise. And make sure you save this for yourself if you are going on a Virgin Voyages cruise sometime in the near future. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.